All right, everyone, it's time for day 2 of debate fallout. Of course, the other day, everyone was weighing in on the presidential debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. There have been a number of updates since then. The first update that we got is that Trump came out and said, well, why should I debate again? I think this is a strategic error on his part. It's forgivable. It's not like the worst error that you could make, but it's probably a good idea to debate her again. In fact, again, as I pointed out the other day, I think that he should double down and say, well, I challenged you to 3 debates. We've only had 1. Technically speaking, there was another presidential debate, but that was, not with the eventual nominee. That was with Joe Biden. He should outfield her, outflank her, and challenge her to 2 more debates, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I mean, it doesn't really make a huge difference, but he's clearly the better debater, and if he can catch her in a gaffe moment, of course, he is going to absolutely cream her. Then we learned that apparently Kamala Harris may have gotten, this is the allegation, apparently there's a whistleblower, that Kamala Harris got a list of potential debate questions. So she was actually aware of what was going to be asked before it was asked. This doesn't surprise me in the least. It was clearly an ambush for Donald Trump, and so that's, par for the course. This happened before, by the way. Have you ever heard of Donna Brazile? Hillary Clinton got some debate questions beforehand as well. This is now known. This originally was considered a conspiracy theory. Now we know that it's actually true. Of course, we're probably going to find out after the election that this particular allegation is true as well. Kamala Harris is not really capable of debating. It's pretty much impossible for her, unless there's cheating involved. And that's because she's simply not personable. She's not able to relate to people. Trump coming out and saying, for example, he wants to eliminate taxes on overtime pay. I expect that she'll come out any day now and propose the same thing and pretend that it was her idea. She's done this probably a half a dozen times so far in the election cycle. It's happening over and goddamn over again. It's like, wow, Trump's platform is really, really popular. Trump minus Trump is the key to success. I think that that's what her campaign believes. Basically, beat Trump, but eliminate Trump from the picture, because there are so many people that have been basically brainwashed into thinking that Donald Trump is an evil Nazi or something like that. The day 2 of fallout, though, is a little bit more kind on Trump than it was before. I looked at the debate, and I said it was basically a break-even. Trump pulled his punches, generally speaking. His opening statement was good. His closing statement was good. Those were perfectly fine. In between, though, in the gist of the general debate, he pulled his punches. He could have hit Kamala a lot harder. Now, did he prevail generally? Yes, of course. He was actually talking about substantive issues that affect you, they affect me, they affect the average American. Kamala's off in la-la land just saying weird shit, and none of it really made sense. But he should have hit her harder. Admittedly, he could have done better. But on day 2 of the analysis, it seems like people are warming up more to Trump's performance. It finally sunk in for a lot of people. Trump actually told me what his tax plan was. Trump told me what his plan on the border was. Trump told me what his plan on Ukraine was. Kamala didn't really say anything at all. I don't know what her plans are. And so it's starting to sink in. This is good, by the way. This is the proper reaction. Kamala Harris' entire MO is to be as vacuous as possible. This is another reason why I think that Donald Trump should not only accept her second debate proposal, but demand a third. A town hall, specifically. Can you imagine Kamala Harris at a town hall? Yeah, what a shit show that would be. I'm sure that'll go over so well when she's completely unable to answer anyone's questions. It's not going to turn anyone off to her campaign. And that's what would happen. She's simply an empty suit. she's completely brainless. She's brain dead, effectively. Even more brain dead than Biden, who is now openly trolling his own political party by wearing a MAGA hat. I've never seen something like this in politics before, and I've seen a lot of weird shit. Just to be clear, to anyone who's younger than me, so I'm 36, of course, if you're like under 30, you may think, well, this is a little bit weird. No, it's a lot of bit weird. That's the whole point. I've seen the 2000 election, with George W. 2004, W versus Kerry. 2008, you have Barack Obama versus John McCain. 2012, Barack Obama versus Mitt Romney. And then, of course, the 2016 election and the 2020 election, which everyone knows about. I have not seen anything that even remotely approaches the weirdness that I'm seeing in this campaign. Now, part of this makes me nervous. This is an anti-black pill channel, but I will say it makes me a little bit nervous when I see the forces that be, the powers that be, being so brazen. That being said, though, when I look at the analysis, actually it's rather fair overall. Basically, it's like Kamala didn't explain herself at all. She didn't say anything of substantive value. She basically just sloganed the entire time. She never even fleshed out her policies. Now, Trump didn't do as well as he could have at the debate, and I maintain my position that he should have done so. That being said, I will give ground to the more core Trump fans and say, in the reanalysis the day after, basically, he did better than originally a lot of people proclaimed. Now, I think that my analysis was fair. He did good. Opening statement, closing statement. Okay, first and last, you've got both of those. That's great. In the middle, Kamala, of course, was vacuous. My only problem is that he should have hit her harder, because she was saying all sorts of off-the-wall stuff that didn't even make sense. He should have pointed out to the American people, he should have given her a Rubio moment and said, look, she didn't answer the question. That's the only bitch, the only complaint that I have with regards to his debate performance. I had some people jumping down my throat about even saying that. I am a Trump superfan. I've got a MAGA hat for a reason. I will be voting for him. There's no possibility that I would ever vote for fucking Kamala Harris. Yeah, I'm going to vote for higher taxes and, probably World War III. Not going to happen. But Trump could have put it away. He could have completely destroyed her in a single night, and he failed to do that. Did he hold his own? Yes. Was he capable of more? Yes. That's the whole point. I think that, Roger Stone and others would agree with me, by the way. Kamala Harris is an empty suit. She doesn't know what she's talking about. That's the whole point, is that Kamala Harris, all she can do is make slogans. She never really brings up any issues. Yeah, she's kind of got a campaign platform, and that platform sucks dick, but other than that, there's nothing there. Therefore, there's nothing to attack. That's the whole point. It's the Kasich effect. On Fallout Day 2, I would say things are a little bit more kind for Trump. Even some elements of the liberal media are like, well, she didn't really elucidate what she wanted to do on X, Y, and Z. She didn't really explain exactly how she would accomplish this task, what she would do about this problem. I think that's good. It shows that there is still hope for journalism, I suppose, in the United States, although maybe not particularly a lot of hope, and that's what we need. Kamala Harris, we should not vote for her. We need to do everything that we can to re-elect Donald Trump, not just because it'll be funny, but because it would be good for the nation. I genuinely want what's best for my fellow Americans. I actually give a damn. I know that this is maybe it's a lost cause. Most Americans have stopped caring about their neighbors and stuff like that. I actually give a damn. And so I don't want Kamala Harris elected. I want Donald Trump elected. While there are other people that are also eminently qualified for the position, Donald Trump is quite clearly the better of the two candidates. And it's not just a lesser evil argument. A lot of times you get like the lesser of two evils thing. And so it's like, which one sucks less? In this particular instance, it's not a case of who sucks less. It's a case of one candidate is clearly qualified, clearly able to carry out the duties of the office, and the other candidate is pretty much a goddamn vegetable. Pretty much a fucking psychopath. These are not equivalent to one another. One's way up here, the other's down here. Now, you could go further up. Yeah, the person could be excellent. Instead, they're simply good. But the other person sucks so bad that there is no comparison between the two of them. And I've pointed this out as well. Kamala Harris is just fucking terrible. Yeah, her leadership in the country, what leadership? What leadership can you genuinely expect from somebody like that? Probably not a lot of it now. That's about all. Peace out.